Do you remember walking to the bus stop even the night the first day of school, right? You had all your stuff laid out the night before, your new
bro.
sneaks, your new pants, your new
Laid out, laid out, bro. You tell me if they did this, because I feel like this is a cultural thing, a racial thing. But you tell me
Okay.
if I'm right or wrong. This is what we used to do. We would lay the shirt on or whatever the top on the bed. And then we would lay the pants right under the shirt, and then we would put the shoes on the bottom of the bed under the pants. It looked like it looked like a chalk outline almost. And we would sit back and we would just look at it and just imagine how bad we were gonna stunt on everybody else in school. Like we would sit
Oh,
there
that's
and just look at
hilarious.
the outfit and go, tomorrow is on and popping. They're not even ready for what's about to happen right now.
You're like, yo, it's my school. They're gonna change the name to it's gonna be the Charles McBee Elementary School.
It's gonna be Charles McBee Elementary School. Like it was crazy. And then there was a certain way for us. We had to like. It's weird now. We were so into neatness and tidiness because we had to have it ironed a certain way. We were big on creases. The pants had to be creased a certain way. It
Mm.
couldn't be no fade. We were no faded jeans. The jeans had to be nice and crisp. It was a whole thing. Grades were shit, but fashion was through the roof.
You got an A+ in bus runway.
Right.
Now I want to ask you, how old are you where you're worried about like your creases in your jeans and stuff like that? Was that middle school, late elementary school?
Definitely middle school. Once middle school hit, like seventh grade, it was a
Yeah,
whole different ball game. We ain't in Kansas anymore, Dorothy.
you're right. You're right, and that's when like that's a weird time too because it was like you saw kids come to school that were like, oh, you're still a kid. Like you still have a dinosaur shirt on.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? Where like I felt okay, so you said it's a cultural thing. I can only speak for my little farm town that I grew up in, but we kind of began to get some sort of like identity as like come middle school, uh, sports jerseys, band T-shirts,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like are you going to be a skater or are you going to be a hip hop kid or are you going to be a preppy? You know,
Yeah, yeah.
and we didn't have. Lucky for my parents, I was kind of like a hippie from the start. So like, I was like, can we just go get T-shirts with like bands on them and like I wore Led Zeppelin shirts and literally like
Yeah.
but and then like hypercolor and Zubaz. I looked like if a crayon box threw up. I had like Miami Dolphins Zubaz with like a purple hypercolor shirt and like a Yankees hat that was like 10 times too big for my head, like a bucket hat, like a Cypress Hill bucket hat.
Nice.
So and then you kind of get there and it's for you, right? You walk into school and you're like, this is for me. This is me now. But then you meet all the new girls from all the new elementary schools because it's the first time you're meeting a
Right.
lot of these new kids.
Right.
And it's
Yep.
like, who is she? Like, who are they? And then you're looking at you and you're like, oh, they're going to sit next to the kid wearing like a CB Sports pullover, which was a
Yep.
big deal. It was like a ski jacket that was like, oh my God, if you had a red CB Sports jacket, you were, Beverly Hills, not you were Luke.
King Dingling.
King Ding a Ling. For full video and bonus content, go to patreon.com/areweold.